You have seen them. The ones who never crack. A sharp remark flies across the room. A story gets twisted. Someone tries to humiliate them in front of others. And while everyone else freezes, stumbles, or explodes, they just stand there, solid, quiet, untouchable. Weak people react fast. Strong people pause. Their silence is not emptiness. It is a weapon resting. What if you could learn that same stillness? Not someday, today. But to understand why most people break under pressure, you have to go back. Way back to the beginning of your emotional programming. Long before you ever heard of Stoicism, your nervous system was being shaped, not by philosophy, by survival. Think about your childhood for a moment, not the happy memories you post on social media, the real moments, the ones your mind tries to bury. The time you said something and got laughed at by the whole class. The time your parent looked at you with disappointment instead of pride. The time you were the last one picked for the team. The time you cried alone in your room because no one asked if you were okay. Those moments did not just hurt. They rewired you. Every rejection, every embarrassment, every criticism left a small crack in your emotional armor. And over the years, those cracks became patterns. You learned to seek approval because approval meant safety. You learned to fear shame because shame meant exile. You learned to react defensively because attack meant survival. Here is the hard truth most people never face. The adult who explodes at a coworker, who panics when ignored, who begs for attention on social media, who crumbles under a single insult, that adult is still a child, reacting the same way they learned 20 or 30 years ago. Most people never grow out of their childhood conditioning. They just learn better ways to hide it. But the Stoics understood something revolutionary. You can unlearn fear. You can rewire shame. You can build a mind that does not flinch. Just because someone raises their voice or looks away. It is not easy, but it is possible. Let me show you how. Ancient Stoics called self-command the purest form of freedom. The ability to stand motionless while the world spins into chaos. Every reaction you leak is a map of your weaknesses. Every flinch, every defensive word, every nervous laugh, it all tells the room exactly where to strike. But a pause changes everything. A single breath, a second of stillness, that tiny gap between stimulus and response, that is where your power lives. Most people never find that gap. They react, they defend, they justify, and in doing so, they hand over the keys to their own mind. The Stoics knew something different. They knew that true control never comes from bending the world around you. It comes from mastering the world within. Stillness is not submission. It is strategy. Imagine a crowded dinner table. Someone makes a joke at your expense. Laughter ripples. Your face heats up. Your pulse doubles. Every instinct screams, fight back, explain, humiliate them in return. But watch the unshakable person instead. They do nothing. They smile slightly. They take a sip of water. They look the provocateur in the eye with calm curiosity, not anger. And suddenly the laughter feels uncomfortable. The joke falls flat. The person who threw the punch is now the one bleeding. Why? Because the crowd was never listening to words. They were watching reactions. You give them panic, they feed on it. You give them stillness, and they have nothing to grab. The provocateur's power ends where your reaction begins. Now let us talk about something most self-help gurus will never admit. Something dark, something uncomfortable. You are addicted to validation. Not drugs, not alcohol, approval. Every time you post a photo and refresh to see the likes. Every time you send a message and watch for the 3 dots. Every time you check who viewed your story. Every time you replay a compliment in your head or obsess over a criticism. That is not social media. That is a wound begging to be soothed. The modern world has turned emotional dependence into a business model. Algorithms are designed to keep you chasing, because the chase keeps you weak, and the weak are easy to control. Here is the pattern. You feel empty. You seek attention. You receive a like, a comment, a view. For 1 second, you feel whole. Then the feeling fades. So you post again, check again, wait again. You have become a puppet. and your strings are pulled by strangers who do not even know your name. The Stoics would call this the ultimate slavery, to need something outside yourself to feel okay inside yourself. Look at your phone right now. How many notifications are you hoping to see? How many do you need to feel valued? That number is the measure of your current weakness. But here is the good news. You can break the addiction, not by deleting your apps, by deleting your need. When you stop needing likes to feel worthy, you become dangerous. Because now you cannot be bought with compliments. You cannot be crushed by criticism. You move through the world free, and freedom terrifies the people who try to control you. Silence exposes more than words ever will. Let us go deeper into relationships, the place where most people lose themselves completely. Have you ever been given the silent treatment? That cold, suffocating wall of nothing from someone who claimed to love you. It feels unbearable, does it not? Your mind races. What did I do? What did I say? How do I fix it? And that panic is exactly what they wanted. The silent treatment is not about space. It is about power. It says, you need me more than I need you. You will chase me. You will beg. You will break. And most people do. They apologize for things they did not do. They text twice, 3 times, 10 times. They lose their dignity trying to earn back a warmth that was withdrawn on purpose. The mixed signals, the hot and cold, the jealousy games, the fake affection, the testing, all of it is designed for one thing: to see how much control they have over your emotions. If you cry, they know they own you. If you beg, they know they own you. If you explode, they know they own you. The only response that breaks their game is no response at all. Calm people control the room. Here is how the Stoic handles emotional manipulation. They do not block. They do not scream. They do not post sad quotes. They simply stop reacting. The silent treatment: enjoy the silence. You are getting too loud anyway. The mixed signal: no signal received. You are too busy to decode puzzles. The jealousy game: let them play alone. You are not a player. When you stop giving emotional reactions, the manipulator has nothing to feed on. They will either escalate into desperation, which exposes them, or they will leave. Either way, you win. Not because you fought, but because you refuse to bleed on command. A question is not always a request for information. Sometimes it is a request for ammunition. Some people do not attack openly. They ask questions, innocent-sounding questions designed to find your cracks. Why didn't you get that promotion? Are you sure you can handle this? What happened in your last relationship? Why are you still single? Are you really okay with that decision? These questions feel like curiosity, but often they are tests. The asker is looking for hesitation, shame, defensiveness, anything they can later use. How does the Stoic respond? Not with walls, with acceptance. You do not need to hide your past. You do not need to defend your choices. The moment you stop being ashamed of your scars, they stop being weapons against you. When someone asks a probing question, look at them calmly, answer briefly, without emotion, without over-explaining, and then pause. Let them sit with your answer. Most of the time, they will back off because they found no wound to poke. Shame dies when you stop hiding. Practice this. Think of your biggest failure. Now imagine someone asks you about it publicly. Instead of freezing or getting angry, you say, "Yes, that happened. I learned a lot from it." That is it. Short. No drama. No defense. The questioner has nothing to grab. And you look stronger than if you had never failed at all. Now let me tell you a story. A real story. One that might sound uncomfortably familiar. There was a young woman named Sarah. She was smart, hardworking, and deeply insecure. She had learned as a child that love was conditional, that approval had to be earned. That silence from her parents meant she had done something wrong. By the time she was 25, Sarah was exhausted. She overthought every text. She replayed every conversation. She said yes to things she hated because she feared rejection. She stayed in friendships that drained her because she could not stand being alone. Then one night at a party, a man she barely knew made a comment about her appearance. It was not even cruel, just thoughtless. But Sarah felt the familiar heat rise to her cheeks. Her stomach tightened. She laughed nervously, then excused herself to the bathroom. And there, leaning over the sink, she cried. Not because of the comment, because she was tired. Tired of being a slave to every word, every look, every silence. That night, she found a book, a translation of Marcus Aurelius. She read one line that changed everything. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Sarah did not change overnight, but she started practicing. The next time someone ignored her text, she did not double text. She put her phone down and read. The next time a coworker made a snide remark, she did not defend herself. She smiled and changed the subject. The next time a friend tried to guilt her, she did not apologize. She said, I hear you. I still need to do what is right for me. Months passed. Sarah did not become cold or distant. She became calm, and something strange happened. People stopped testing her. The manipulators drifted away. The real friends stayed. She did not lose relationships. She lost the ones that were already toxic. Sarah learned what the Stoics knew 2,000 years ago. Your peace is not a gift someone gives you. It is a fortress you build yourself, brick by brick, reaction by reaction. The calmest person in the room is often the most dangerous. Now let us talk about the power of delayed reaction. This is the secret weapon of every emotionally intelligent person. The one thing that separates the strong from the weak. When something triggers you, your first reaction is almost always wrong. It is driven by the ancient fight or flight system. It is fast, primitive, and designed for physical threats, not social ones. Your first reaction wants to punch, run, or scream. None of those work in modern life. The Stoic knows this, so they do something radical. They wait, not for 10 seconds, not for a minute. They wait until the emotional wave passes. That can take hours, sometimes days, but they wait. And while they wait, they do nothing. They say nothing. They post nothing. They send nothing. This is the art of strategic silence. A delayed reaction is a filtered reaction. It comes from your prefrontal cortex, not your amygdala. It is chosen, not forced, and it carries 10 times more weight than any instant response. Think about it. Who seems more powerful? The person who fires back immediately with a shaky voice, or the person who stays quiet, thinks, and responds the next day with a single sentence that ends the argument? The answer is obvious. Speed signals insecurity. Slowness signals control. Most people speak to feel powerful. Powerful people speak less because they already are. Apply this to every area of your life. An insult at work, do not respond. Go back to your desk. Finish your tasks. If it still matters tomorrow, address it calmly then. Most insults dissolve overnight. A betrayal from a friend, do not confront in anger. Wait a week. Watch how they behave. Time reveals what emotion hides. A breakup? Do not send that paragraph. Do not post that quote. Disappear. Let your absence do the talking. Remember this, the person who reacts last often wins. Not because they had the final word, because they had the final control. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is your freedom. Public mockery is a test, not of your wit, of your soul. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." An insult has no power on its own. It is just sound. Air moving. The harm exists only in the value you assign to it. So why do we crumble? Because we crave approval. We want the crowd to see us as strong, clever, untouchable. And the moment someone challenges that image, we panic. But here is the secret the Stoics left for you. You do not need to prove anything. The person who tries to humiliate you is handing you a gift. They are showing you exactly who they are. And your calm response? It becomes a mirror. Their aggression reflects back on them. Their desperation becomes visible. Let's walk through a real scene. You are in a meeting. A co-worker twists your idea, makes you look foolish. Everyone turns to see how you react. If your voice shakes, if your face reddens, if you rush to defend yourself, you lose. Not because you were wrong, but because you looked weak. But if you pause, if you let 5 seconds pass, if you say quietly, "That's an interesting take," Let's come back to it. Or the entire dynamic shifts. Now the co-worker looks desperate. You look controlled. The room respects you without you saying another word. Composure is the only authority that cannot be challenged. Now let us talk about something even more dangerous than an enemy, a sudden friend. Someone who opposed you yesterday now acts like your biggest supporter. They smile. They agree. They offer help. And your first feeling is relief. Finally, the tension is gone. You want to open up. You want to trust. Stop. That relief is exactly where manipulation enters. Sudden warmth from a cold person is rarely kindness. Stoic reflection teaches us to measure twice before trusting. Appearances are never the full story. When someone changes their behavior toward you overnight, there is always a reason, a shift in circumstance, a new calculation on their part, a hidden need they want you to fill. Watch them. Do not reject them. Observe them. Let them speak. Let them offer. But keep your cards close. Time reveals what emotion hides. Ask yourself, why now? What changed for them? What do they want from me? The composed mind does not rush to reciprocate. It waits. It watches. It notices the small tells. The half smile that doesn't reach the eyes. The timing of their agreement. The way they mirror your words. Trust is not a gift. It is a conclusion reached after evidence. Here is a real-life example. A friend who ghosted you for months suddenly texts, full of warmth, asking to hang out. Your loneliness wants to say yes immediately, but Stoic discipline asks you to pause. What changed? Did they just break up with someone? Do they need a favor? Are they collecting information? You can respond warmly without revealing your inner world. Be kind, be present, but keep your strategy private. Let their intentions unfold over days and weeks. Authentic loyalty survives patience. Opportunism gets bored and leaves. Being ignored hurts more than being attacked. At least an attack acknowledges your existence. But silence, exclusion, being overlooked, that cuts to the bone. And your instinct? To fill the void, to talk louder, to gesture bigger, to prove you matter. That instinct is a trap. The moment you chase attention, you lose it. Stoic wisdom offers a radical counter-move. Withdraw strategically. Do not beg for recognition. Do not perform. Instead, anchor yourself in your own purpose. Let the room feel your absence more than your presence. When you stop chasing, something strange happens. The people who ignored you start to notice. Not because you demanded it, but because your stillness creates scarcity. You become the one who does not need them. And that independence is magnetic. Think of a crowded party. There is always one person standing slightly apart, not trying to impress anyone. Who gets noticed? Not the loud one, the quiet one. Because silence in a noisy room is the loudest thing there. Scarcity of attention creates value. Apply this at work, in friendships, in family gatherings. When you feel invisible, do not try harder. Try less, not out of spite, out of dignity. Redirect your energy into your own work, your own growth, your own calm. Let others wonder why you are not chasing them. That wondering is the beginning of respect. Falsehoods spread like fire. One whisper becomes a rumor, one rumor becomes a story. And suddenly, your reputation is being shaped by people who were not even there. Your first urge? To fight, to clarify, to correct every lie with facts and evidence. That is the worst thing you can do. Every defense you offer fuels the fire you want to extinguish. The Stoics understood that truth does not need to shout. It needs to outlast. When you rush to defend yourself, you signal that the rumor has power over you. You give it importance. You make it real. But when you stay calm, when you refuse to engage, the rumor starves. It has nothing to feed on. People start to notice they are not reacting. Maybe the story is false. Hold steady. Let the noise burn itself out. And while others panic, you observe. You learn who spread the lie, who added to it, who tried to benefit from your suffering. That information is more valuable than any defense. Silence does not mean acceptance. Silence means strategy. Real-world example. A lie circulates at work that you betrayed a teammate. Others start giving you cold looks. Your instinct is to send a long email explaining everything. Don't. Instead, continue doing excellent work. Stay professional. Be kind to everyone, including those who believe the lie. Within weeks, the lie collapses under its own weight because your actions never matched the accusation, and the person who started it, they expose themselves as the real problem. Now let us step back and look at the bigger picture. What is all of this building toward? Psychological power, silent authority, the kind of presence that does not need to announce itself. Here is what happens when you consistently practice emotional control. You stop being a target. Predators, and yes, there are emotional predators everywhere. They scan for easy prey. The anxious, the reactive, the desperate for approval. When you become calm, steady, unreadable, you fade from their radar. Not because you are invisible, because you are not worth the effort. The calmest person in the room is often the most dangerous. Not because they will hurt you, because you cannot hurt them. Think about the most respected person you know. Not the loudest, not the richest, the one people naturally listen to. Describe them. I bet they speak slowly. They pause before answering. They do not interrupt. They do not get defensive. They are not trying to impress anyone. That is not their personality. That is their practice. Every day they choose calm over chaos. And over years, that choice becomes who they are. You can become that person, not by faking it, by building it. One reaction at a time. The world will always test you. Only the still survive. Every situation we have discussed, mockery, sudden allies, neglect, lies, probing questions, childhood wounds, validation addiction, relationship games, they all test the same thing. Your ability to stay anchored. The world will always try to shake you. People will project their insecurities onto you. Circumstances will turn against you. You cannot stop any of that, but you can stop the reaction. The Stoics called this the inner citadel, a fortress inside your mind that no outside event can breach. Build that fortress brick by brick. Each time you choose calm over chaos, you add another layer. And here is the beautiful irony. The more unshakable you become, the less people will test you. They sense your steadiness. They know instinctively that you cannot be manipulated. Your silence becomes a reputation. Your calm becomes a warning. You do not need to be loud to be dangerous. You just need to be still. Now let me ask you something, and I want you to be honest with yourself. How many times this week have you reacted emotionally and regretted it? How many times have you said something you wish you could take back? How many times have you checked your phone hoping for a message that did not come? How many times have you felt small because someone ignored you? Those are not failures. They are data. They are pointing to the cracks in your fortress, and every crack can be sealed. You do not need to become a robot. You do not need to suppress your emotions. You need to master them. That means feeling anger but not being controlled by it. Feeling sadness but not drowning in it. Feeling fear but not running from it. Emotions are information, nothing more. They tell you something about the world, but they do not get to drive the car. You drive. Every choice to remain steady is a brick in your foundation, a foundation that no one can steal, weaken, or dilute. You will face the provocateur, the fake friend, the crowd that ignores you, the rumor that hunts you, the question that wants to shame you. And in each of those moments, you have a choice. React and hand them your power, or pause and keep it. Think back to Sarah, the young woman crying in the bathroom. She is not special. She is not a philosopher or a guru. She is just someone who got tired of being a victim to her own emotions. And she started practicing. Not perfectly, not every time, but consistently, and over time her life changed. Not because the world got kinder, because she got stronger. The same is waiting for you. You do not need to read 100 books. You do not need to meditate for hours. You just need to start right now. The next time you feel that familiar heat rise in your chest, pause. Take one breath. Ask yourself, will reacting help or hurt? Most of the time the answer is hurt, so do nothing. And in that nothing, everything changes. Carry this with you. Let your presence speak louder than your words. Let your calm do the fighting, and watch how quickly the noise around you begins to fade. You have seen them. The ones who never crack. A sharp remark flies across the room. A story gets twisted. Someone tries to humiliate them in front of others. And while everyone else freezes, stumbles, or explodes, they just stand there, solid, quiet, untouchable. That person is you. Not someday, now. Weak people react fast. Strong people pause. Their silence is not emptiness. It is a weapon resting, and now it is yours. Thank you for being part of Wines of Thought. You chose growth. You chose clarity. You chose the quiet strength that comes from mastering yourself. Your journey continues. Your stillness matters. Now go and be unshakable. The calmest person in the room is not the one who speaks last. They are the one who never needed to speak at all.